I think I should get bangs, like wispy bangs, but I don't really know if that would be. I don't know how that would go. A lot of hair in my eye right now. Gotta push it out of the way. I'm Fallon. It is so good. It is not so good right now. It is not so good. So, well, no. It's good and bad. It's an orange day. On my calendar, I mark down my days by green, orange, and red. Orange is, a meh day. Green is good, ordinary, and red is really, really bad. I don't know why I'm having an orange day. I think it's because I haven't seen anyone in a long time. So, yes. I like journaling and all, but I think video diaries are also really nice as well. I don't really watch them back because I don't like to, but I like documenting where I was at physically. So I'm gonna keep making these because I want to, but also because I like attention. I have been thinking about a lot of different topics because I've been alone, like romantic partners, friendships, where I might live, the concept of growing up and the expectation or people encouraging you to move away, even though you might not want to. My one of my friends is very keen on moving away from where I live, and that's not a problem. I want them to live their dream. That's not the issue. It just has me reflect on if I want to move away and if I want to stay here. And I think I want to stay in the New England area because I'm in New England. I'm in New England, and I like being in New England. Very nice. 10 out of 10, in my opinion. Very nice place. I like being on the East Coast. I'm very itchy right here. I don't know why. My face is red. I don't know why. And a lot of giving up and grieving, I guess, because I'm very much a teenager still. I'm a baby. I do not think you are an adult until you are maybe 30, in my personal opinion, or late 20s. I think you are still a baby in your early 20s and late teens. I think you are a child. And I think it's incredibly crazy that we let 16-year-olds or maybe 15-year-olds drive. But I don't think we're ready to talk about that. I've been also thinking about my transness and if I'm valid or not because of how I look. And that made me think of minorities in the trans community as well. And it really upset me a lot. Hmm, what else? Reading. I have a lot of books. I want to read more. And I've also been online too much, which isn't great. I'm not having a interesting time with that. I'm also making this so I can be more articulated, I guess. And I also want to work on the eye contact thing, but that doesn't really work out that well because I don't like looking at myself. So I should just look at the lens because that isn't a mirror, but that is a mirror. That is not. It's hard sometimes though when you're talking to someone and when you're trying to articulate yourself properly, when you actually think before speaking. I think a lot of people are sometimes impatient to wait sometimes, or at least that's how I feel around a couple of people in my life. There's very few times where I don't feel like that. And I've also been doing that reflecting on myself recently, where I have been thinking about if I have been truly listening to someone and if I'm making it about myself. There are different moments where you correlate it to experiences you've had, but there are other moments where you are fully saying, oh, I want this conversation to be about me, and I do not like that feeling. It makes my stomach churn a little bit. Ooh, I just poked myself with a pin needle. Also, a thing I have also noticed is as of in February 2026, I think it's the 22nd. Let me see. The 23rd. I'm very close. There is not even just in this area, like late, I think in the summer of 2025, there was a big uproar in Southern style, like classic Southern style, not modern country. I guess, yeah, old country, not modern country. And it's very interesting to see that and how no one's really talking about that trend. I don't know if that's just because I live in New England, but I've noticed that trend recently where, at least in the more countryside parts of America and maybe the world, I don't really know. Not even in the countryside, people in cities are doing it too. They're taking elements and mostly just fashion styles of country music. Not country music, but country. And how they dress and whatnot. And wearing those in many different ways. Not just shoes, but other cowboy stuff. Mm. And I think it's very strange to see modern day cowboys, especially people who are very um, negative, just in general, and racist and homophobic, and claiming to be a cowboy when they don't know where it originated from. So that's also very upsetting as well. And I feel like no one's talking about this, or at least what I've noticed, no one's been talking about that. Mm. Did I even mention why I haven't been talking to anyone? It's because I'm on February break, so I only have a few more months left of school, which is interesting. I'm grieving that part of me that's a kid, but also I know that part will never really change because we're all kids at heart, I think. We're all children. Sorry I had to let my cat out of the room. So if you hear noises, that is her. But as I was saying, I don't think we are ever fully adults and never fully children. I think it's this expectation. And do you see how my hair is doing that, but this side isn't? That is a very frustrating part about that. But I think it's a very unrealistic expectation in society that we have that once you become a certain age, you have to abandon certain childish behaviors. And I think some of them are acceptable, but some of them I think are not acceptable. Some mannerisms that children may have, I think it is very strange that we expect to not have those same ones as we grow older. And I think it is unrealistic to always say that you can be an adult 24/7. Because in the end, we all just want to live our lives, and however that may be, however that may become. There's just a lot that's been going through my mind and hasn't been. It's the whole thing. I've been thinking a lot about my transness and how I'm actually more comfortable than I've ever been in my body in my whole life. I'm 17. I'm not grown at all. I'm not fully grown, but it feels like my body has finally caught up with my face. Or my face has caught up with my body. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's what people say when you grow into your features. I'm not very sure. But it's not in the typical, ooh, I'm a woman, my womanly body. No, it's very much, I want to express and show my more masculine traits. And as I get older, I'm actually embracing those more and I'm seeking them out more, which is what people say wouldn't happen to me. As I got older, they say, oh, it's a phase. And it's nice to look at them in the face and say, it's not a phase. You. And there are some things that I wanted to start doing that are more masculine, I guess. I want to start doing voice training a little more, and I think this is kind of why I'm doing that as well. This is the start of to become a better person and to let go, I think. You are my therapy for my therapy sessions. I think you are my therapy. But instead to one person, it is going out on the internet, which I think is fine. I don't really care about that. I used to care a lot, actually. I used to care a lot. I went completely incognito mode, or whatever it's called. I completely erased myself, or tried to erase myself from the internet. It did pretty well. No one found out where I was. If I followed someone, they were like, I didn't know that was you. I'm like, yeah, that's me. But I'm coming back to social media because I feel more inclined to share myself with the world and experiences because I like watching video diaries. So I wanted to make them myself. I wanted to make those myself. One thing I have been doing that has helped with my intelligence recently is watching video documentaries. I don't know any of the names. Maybe I'll tell you more about that when I know what more of them are called. But there are video documentaries or just documentaries in general that I want to watch more of. So that is very nice. Also, I like watching drag queens, specifically classic Trixie Mattel. She's very funny, and I don't do makeup, but I find her makeup process very fascinating. I find there's also another woman that does makeup, and I find watching makeup videos very pleasant. I like watching them. They soothe me, kind of like documentaries do. They soothe me a lot. I like them a lot. But recently, a video came up with Trixie and Brittany Broski, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I sought out Brittany Broski, and I saw the Brittany report or whatever, and I felt I did not like that. It felt very brain rot-ish. I realized how much I don't like brain rot. If I consume it, that's one thing, but if I look at other people and I can visibly see that they are indulging in brain rot, I'm like, oh, it puts me off a little bit. It does. It puts me off a tiny bit. And I'm not saying I'm better than people. I'm not. I'm definitely not. I have had my fair share of brain rot moments and being very online. I have been for the past 3 days. 3 whole days. I think part of that was because I didn't clean my room. I recently cleaned it though. You can't tell from the bed, but I have cleaned my room. I already know I'm gonna get so tired from talking. I can talk for an hour or two, maybe an hour and a half. I can talk for an hour or so, and then after that, I get very tired. I get very tired when I use my voice. It's another thing I've noticed as well when I'm in the car or if I'm doing the dishes, and if I sing along, I get very tired when I use my voice. So if I need to stay awake in a car ride, I don't talk. I don't talk at all. It just makes me so sleepy, and I just fought off a yawn, so applaud me in the comments for fighting off my yawn. I feel like I should make this background more aesthetically pleasing, but I will not, because I do not care right now. That is another thing. When I was turning my head, I looked over and said, ooh, where did my hair go? Because over here it's okay. Over here it's actually I kind of like that angle. There are parts of myself, especially as I just hear, ooh, wait. Sorry for that momentary um, glitch in my body. I had to let in my cat. Where was I? Oh, my hair. I think. I think. My hair. I have a very. Because this side is always strange, doesn't do what I want. It looks shorter than this side. But they're not uneven, I promise. They're not. They're just strange. But I have been wanting to enhance my attractiveness a lot more. And in order to do that, I need to experiment. I've been thinking of doing bangs. I think I would look quite. I don't know. I think I would look kind of attractive with very wispy bangs, but that just turned into side bangs. And it doesn't look the greatest since it's not symmetrical. So, yes, it is not symmetrical. So, it is very saddening when I look at myself and I say, oh, why am I unsymmetrical? But as I have gotten older, I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling more sexy, more hot. I want to get hot. Are you going to rub against the camera? This is my cat. Oh, there she goes. But she almost got my hand. That was very nice. Thank you, Mara. But I've been feeling the urge to show my attractiveness, but I have not done that because I don't feel extremely confident in my body, but not insecure. You know? So I want to do that, and I want to embrace my, or just being masculine in general. Now I'm tired. Whew. See, I'm tired now because I've been talking. It's just so hard to get into reading sometimes. I was just thinking about reading. This is a very all over the place video. I don't even know how I'm going to title this. I kind of have to make myself look pleasant enough for the camera to have people look at it. I don't really know. I guess what I'm trying to say is this whole video is, yes, I'm doing a video diary. Yes, I'm being personal, but also I do like attention and I do want someone to hear me in the void of the space and just Earth itself. Because from my knowledge, we're the only kind on this planet, and I really have the urge to connect with people, and I think a lot of people have that same urge as well, especially people. Can you see the dent that happened in my head when I was a kid? Yeah. I don't remember it, but apparently I bled a lot. I don't know. I don't remember anything. I'll try to have more thought out videos, maybe. I'm not sure. But all I know is that I'm tired now, and I need to figure out a title for this video, and it's going to be harder to find a title for it when I talk more and keep adding more topics to this conversation. So, yes, I shall see you another time, another day, not over the rainbow, because that means after death. I've been telling people that for days and years. I say goodbye, Fallon, and I say goodbye, see you over the rainbow. Actually, I will see you after death. See you over the rainbow. I hope you have an interesting day. See you over the rainbow.